let's talk about CSS tags. So this one is really interesting. We've only actually dealt with one element inside of our head, but with CSS, we could put it anywhere, but typically we put it in our head. And this one is a style. This is a style element. And what I'm saying here is CSS, and this stands for Cascading Style Sheets. There we go, Cascading Style Sheets. And I can comment that out so it doesn't actually show up in the browser. Now, what's interesting here is this does not accept HTML. Isn't that weird? So we're writing HTML, but this does not accept HTML. And at this point, we're getting into this thing called CSS, Cascading Style Sheets, which is a way for us to style our page. What this does take is CSS Markdown, Markup. Yeah, CSS language. And this is very, very different. This does not look like HTML at all. And you do not need to know this for this particular course, but this is a good transition into what you would be learning next. So let's say we wanted to change the entire background color to black, and we wanted to change all the color, the text color, to white. We can do that. We can say body, and you can see that this matches the element. And all we're going to do is an opening curly brace, background dash color, and you can see VS Code is very helpful. It's helping me understand what I'm supposed to be writing. Change that to black. And then I can change the font color, and you can actually see that MDN reference shows up. Sets the color of an element's text color, white. And so this is going to select this element, the body, and everything in it, and it's going to try to apply these rules to it. So if I go back here and hit refresh, check that out. Our page now has white text with a black background. Now again, this is not something you need to know, and honestly I would say don't learn it, but I needed to show you what this is because you're going to see this style element all over the place. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to comment this out as well, refresh my page and bring it back to normal. Now if you wanted to, by all means, give this a shot, feel free to experiment with it, but know that you still have a lot more HTML to learn. You need to learn how to add videos and audio and things like that. And you need to learn those things before we learn CSS, or at least you should. That's a lot easier to learn one thing at a time instead of learning two things at a time. But if you wanted to experiment, have some fun with it, by all means, go for it. But this is the style tag. This is your CSS. And once again, no, you don't need to know this. I just wanted to show you this. Just as a heads up, you're going to see this tag in the wild in other source code that you view, like on Google.com, for instance. There's going to be some in there. Facebook.com probably has some. Instagram.com probably has some style elements inside of their HTML. So it's a common thing. And I just wanted to make sure you would be familiar with it. All right, we're done with CSS. Let's head on over to the next one where we learn basically the same concept, but for JavaScript.